Okay, good morning, children. So, today again I'm going to explain you all the chapter The Fall of Icarus. As I just go back to the chapter, what I had said you all beforehand that Icarus was the son of Daedalus and they used to live in a cave where the king, whose name was Minos, had sent them to stay. Daedalus was a very intelligent engineer. He used to make mechanical toys. Isn't it so? And Icarus was his son. Now, what did we see? That at first Daedalus was very happy living on the top of at the cave, which leads to a sea, and his little son was very happy to live with them. Okay, and he used to play with the mechanical toys which his father made for him. Then what happened? Icarus grew up. When he grew up, he was not very happy to stay in that imprisonment with his father. He wanted to have his own family and he wanted to develop his life in a different manner. This is what we read. So Daedalus, he had a talk with King Minos, where Minos, who was very cruel and he was very intelligent also, he did not agree to take Icarus in his army. Whereas he said that no, Icarus is doing a very worthy job by staying with Daedalus and giving him company. Okay? So his father was very sad. At last, we read that Daedalus was staring out at the entrance of the cave towards the sea, where he watched the waves crash and the seagulls circling over the. So he was thinking something of how he could give happiness to his son. Okay. Now see here, children. I read this part and follow. Icarus walked up beside his father and said softly, "How I envy those baby birds, for soon their wings will be strong and they'll be able to fly away from this wretched cliff." So, what did Icarus say when Daedalus was looking out at the cave towards the seagulls? Icarus came up from behind and he said that I envy those birds because some days later their wings are going to get strong and they are going to fly away from the wretched cliff. Now the cliff has become wretched for Icarus. He did not want to stay there. Daedalus blinked a smile. But Daedalus, he got an idea. He blinked, a smile slowly growing on his face. He turned to Icarus, eyes twinkling because an idea had come up to him. Well then, my little fledgling, will best start working on strengthening your wings so you can off with the. So what did Daedalus say? That please get ready. Okay. My dear fledgling, what is a fledgling? A fledgling is something which is very young. It might be a human being, it might be a very young animal, okay, something which is immature, a smaller one. Okay. So he said, my dear fledgling, that means he said Icarus little immature also. Since Icarus, he was showing a little immaturity since he did not want to stay with his father. He wanted to move out of the cave where he was very safe and he got everything, whatever he wanted. Still, he did not want that life. He wanted to move out. So now Daedalus told him that we would best start working on what? Strengthening your wings. So what did Daedalus think about? Forming wings for. Since he had seen seagulls outside, So he thought of forming wings for Icarus. First, Daedalus used strips of leather and fine twigs to fashion a broom, and a large net which he had Icarus dangle down towards the cliff to sweep up the feathers near the seagulls' nests. So first what did he do? He took strips of leather and fine twigs, okay, to fashion up a broom, to make a broom. And with the large net which he had, Icarus dangled down towards the cliff. Icarus will move down towards the cliff and sweep up the feathers of the from the seagull's nests. Okay, and he will carry them up to the cliffs where Daedalus is going to form a wing. For many days, Icarus carefully gathered every feather he could reach. While Icarus was busy with feathers, Daedalus created thin tubes of light metal, which he used to form the frame of two pairs of man-sized wings. So see, Daedalus did not make the wings only for Icarus. He made a pair for somebody else also. Okay. And both the pairs were man-sized. So what did he do? He used leather strips to create a harness. Harness means tie up. He created leather strips to tie up and pulleys to allow the wearer to flap. There were pulleys also attached to it, with which the wearer they can flap the wings and tilt the wings in various directions. They can also change the directions of the wings with the help of the pulleys. Then he took the feathers that Icarus had collected. Then he collected all the feathers which Icarus had collected for many days and used candle wax to begin to attach the feathers. With the help of candle wax, he began to attach the feathers to the light metal frames. He had created light metal frames. Two frames, Icarus smiled happily at his father. Are you coming too? Icarus, here we come to know that Icarus he loved his father. He wanted his father to stay with him, but he did not want to stay in that cliff up there. So he was very happy. Are you coming too? Daedalus glanced his son on the shoulder and replied, I am, my son. Thank you for reminding me that of all my creations, you are the most important to me. Sorry that it's taken me so long to feel us both. So what did Daedalus say? That I have made many creations. The best creation is you, my son. So I will give all my effort in order to make my son, and I will also assist you for my whole life so that you remain happy for your life. So that was a dedication of a father. Okay. It was painstaking work collecting the feathers and attaching them. It was really very hard work for Daedalus also, Icarus also. One by one to the flames. But a few weeks later, as the first fledgling seagulls began to leave their nests, Daedalus declared the wings complete. So Daedalus he told his son that today the seagulls are going to leave their nests and go away, and your wings will also be complete. So Icarus was very sad, na? The seagulls will be going away and he will remain behind. So see his father, he did so hard work that he did not leave his son behind and let the seagulls fly away. He made the wings ready with the seagulls only. The day they were leave, the day they were to leave, Daedalus lectured Icarus one last time. Please follow me, children. This is something which you have to follow very properly. What did Daedalus say, Icarus? Now, son, remember, you must be cautious when we fly. Fly too close to the ocean, and your wings will become too heavy with the water that sprays off the wings. Fly too close to the sun, and the wax will melt. You will lose feathers. Follow my path closely. Fine. What did his father tell him? Every father wants that his son and daughter should stay under his guidance for the whole life. Please remember, students, this is what a father wants to tell their children. So, this is what Daedalus told his son, that do not go far away from me. If you go near the ocean, your wings will become heavy due to the water which comes up from the waves. And if you go high above towards the sun, the wax will melt and you will lose your feathers. So you cannot fly long. So please stay close to me. Okay, so that you can fly safely to the other part. Icarus nodded and excitedly slid his arms into the harness. He listened absently, that he was absent minded because he was so happy that he's going to leave the cliff and run away. He listened absently to his father, as his father explained how to open the wings wide, to catch the air currents, and how to use the pulleys to steer. He did not listen properly. Wishing each other the best, Daedalus and Icarus stepped into the entrance of the cave. Both of them came together to the entrance of the cave, overlooking the sea. They had to cross the sea and go to some other land, otherwise they'll be caught. Spread their wings as wide as they could go and leapt, one after the other, out over the ocean. So both of them were freed from the cliffs. Hey, it's a great wonder for them. Okay, they were very happy, as if it had been waiting for him. The wind caught Icarus' wings almost immediately, and up he soared. Icarus, he immediately got the wings. Okay, and the wings, they caught his wings also and helped him to fly. He began to fly higher. This much for today, children. It's a suspense. What happens next? You will all learn that why you should follow your parents. Okay? So, this is a lesson to you, a very good lesson in your life that we should always follow what our parents say. Children, this much for today. The next part, I'll be explaining the next day. Okay? This part, the next. Okay, children? Thank you.